Maayong adlaw, ako si Joaquin David Batallones, and karon kay mag-answer ta og 20 items na rationalization questions sa English. So ako explain kung anong sakto ni siya akong answer og ngano pod sayo ang uban choices. Number one. In formal English grammar, subject-verb agreement ensures that verbs correspond properly with their subjects in both number and person. However, collective nouns such as committee, faculty, or jury may take either singular or plural verbs depending on the sense intended. Which of the following sentences correctly demonstrates this rule? A. The committee, along with advisors, have agreed to revise the policy after careful review. B. The committee, together with the panel, are currently preparing their respective reports. C. The committee, accompanied by its secretary, is meeting to finalize the research framework. And D. The committee and its secretary is meeting to finalize the research framework. So akong answer aning number one is letter C. The committee accompanied by its secretary is meeting to finalize the research framework. So C akong gi-answer is tungod aning is meeting kay singular ang subject ng committee. Ang A ug B sayop siya kay gigamit ang have or are na plural. Sayop ang letter D kay duha ka subject, committee and secretary. Ang gigamit diri kay is, dapat are siya. 2. Modifiers play a critical role in ensuring clarity and precision in sentence structure. When a modifier is improperly placed or lacks a clear referent, it leads to ambiguity or error. Rich sentence illustrates a dangling modifier that fails to logically connect to the subject it modifies. A. After finishing the experiment, the results were analyzed carefully. B. After finishing the experiment, the students analyzed the results carefully. C. The students analyzed the results carefully after finishing the experiment. D. The results were carefully analyzed after the experiment was finished. So akong answer aning number 2 is letter A. After finishing the experiment, the results were analyzed carefully. So ako yung explanation nga no A akong answers because ang after finishing the experiment, walay klarong subject. Murag ang results ang ni-finish sa experiment. Ang B, C, o D kay mali. Kay klaro na nga ang students or subject mo nga dili nga dangling. 3. In examining the structure of verb tenses, linguists note that irregular verbs often change form entirely, unlike regular verbs that follow predictable endings. Among the options below, which best shows the simple past tense of the irregular verb to arise? So, of course, akong answer is letter C, arose. Kay ang past tense sa arise, kay arose. Ang A, sayo pang A, kay present participle. Sa'yo pang B kay present tense siya, and sa'yo pang D kay past participle. 4. Lexical semantics deals with relationships between words. When two words share the same or nearly the same meaning, they are termed synonyms. Which of the following pairs accurately represents this relationship? A. Rigid, scorching. B. Transparent, opaque. C. Concise, terse. And D. Generous, sting. So akong answer ano number 4 is letter C. Kay tungod para sila og meaning, mubo pero diretso. Sayo pang A, B, o D kay opposite ang ilahang meaning. 5. The sentence, walking to school, the rain began pouring heavily, contains a structural flaw that distorts meaning. Which explanation best identifies and clarifies the error? A. The participial phrase, walking to school modifies the rain, an illogical subject. B. The gerund walking should be replaced by walked for verb consistency. C. The adverb heavily improperly modifies the subject rain. D. The verb began should be changed to begins to maintain present tense. So, A akong answer ano number 5. Kay, ang walking to school murag, kay ang walking to school murag ang rain ang naglakaw. Kay murag ang rain ang naglakaw, dili mao. Sayo pang B, C, o D, dili mao ang problema. Walay labot sa tense o adverb. 6. In the context of a biographical essay, The sentence, despite repeated failures, her tenacious pursuit of discovery never won, uses the term tenacious to describe the subject's disposition. What is the most accurate interpretation of the word tenacious in this sentence? A. Weak and easily discouraged. B. Firmly persistent and determined. C. Occasionally doubtful yet hopeful. D. Resistant to logical persuasion. So ako answer aning number 6 is letter B. Kay nagpasabot og kusgan, dili dali mo give up. Sayo pang A kay baliktaran, sayo pang C kay half dili determinado. Sayop ang letter D kay dili angay nga meaning sa context. 7. When encountering unfamiliar vocabulary, readers can often deduce meaning through context clues. Linguistic signals surrounding a word, which statement best explains how context clues function within comprehension? A. Context clues obscure the true meaning by adding unnecessary examples. B. Context clues provide textual hints or explanations that help infer meaning without a dictionary. C. Context clues rely on numerical references rather than descriptive detail. D. Context clues are limited to identifying synonyms within parentheses. Akong answer aning number 7 is letter B. Kay mga pulong palibot nga naghatag clue sa meaning. Sayo pang A kay dili mo obscure, sayo pang C dili based sa numero, sayo pang D kay dili lang synonym sulod sa parenthesis. 8. The active and passive voices offer distinct stylistic effects. In active voice, the subject performs the action. In passive, the subject receives it. Which of the following sentences is in the passive voice and appropriately constructed for formal writing? A. The students conducted the research using standardized methods. B. The research was conducted by the students using standardized methods. C. The research conducted the students using standardized methods. D. Using standardized methods, the students conduct the research. So akong answer aning number 8 is letter B. The research was conducted by the students equals passive form, sakto ug formal. Sayo pang A kay active voice siya, sayo pang C, sayo pang structure, sayo pang D, active voice gihapon. 9. The principle of parallelism requires that elements in a series or list maintain consistent grammatical form. Which sentence below correctly applies this rule within a professional context? A. The analyst reviewed the report, checking data accuracy, and he prepares the summary. B. The analyst reviewed the report, checked data accuracy, and prepared the summary. C. The analyst reviewing the report, checked data accuracy, and prepares summaries. D. The analyst has reviewed, checks, and preparing the report simultaneously. Ako answer ng number 9 is letter B. Kay tanan verbs, same tense, ang reviewed, checked, o prepared. Sayo pang A, C, o D kay halo-halo nga tense, present o past, dili siya parallel. 10. A misplaced modifier can unintentionally change the meaning of a sentence. Consider, the researcher presented the data to the panel wearing a blue dress. Which revision correctly clarifies who was wearing the blue dress? A. Wearing a blue dress, the researcher presented the data to the panel. B. The researcher presented the data wearing a blue dress to the panel. C. The data wearing a blue dress was presented to the panel by the researcher. D. The researcher, the data wearing a blue dress, presented it to the panel. So ako answer ani number 10 is letter B. Kay klaro nga ang researcher may nagsulob og blue dress. Sayo pang A kay pwede pero medyo awkward siya. Sayo pang C kay murag ang data ang nagsuloob sa dress. Sayo pang D kay sobra og kalibog. 11. Verb tense consistency contributes to coherent academic writing. Identify the sentence that properly maintains a single time frame, appropriate for formal reports. A. The team analyzes data and presented their findings afterward. B. The team analyzed data and presented their findings afterward. C. The team had analyzed data and presents their findings afterward. D. The team analyzes data and will present their findings afterward. Di akong answer ani kay present o future tense consistent. Analyzes o will present. Sayo pang A, B, o C kay halo-halo nga tenses, dili siya balance. 12. The SQ3R method, survey, question, read, recite, review, improves reading comprehension through structured engagement. Which scenario best applies this method in a study session? A. A student reads the text repeatedly to memorize it word for word. B. A student scans the headings, formulates questions, reads actively, summarizes, and reviews. C. A student highlights every unfamiliar word and looks them up in a dictionary. D. A student reads only the introduction and conclusion to save time. So akong answer ani is letter B. Kay mao gyud ang sakto nga process. Sayo pang A kay memorization ra, sayo pang C kay word lookup ra, sayo pang D kay shortcut, kulang sa steps. 13. Writers often vary sentence structures for rhythm and emphasis. Which statement best differentiates between a simple and a complex sentence? A. A simple sentence contains one independent clause, while a complex sentence contains one independent and at least one dependent clause. B. A complex sentence contains two or more independent clauses joined by coordinating conjunctions. C. A simple sentence always contains a compound predicate while a complex sentence does not. D. A complex sentence is always longer than a simple one. So akong answer ni number 13 is A. A simple sentence contains one independent clause while a complex sentence contains one independent and at least one dependent clause. A akong answer kay simple equals usa ra ka independent clause, complex equals usa ka independent plus usa ka dependent. Sayo pang B kay mao na ang compound, dili complex. Sayo pang C and D kay sayo pang meaning. 14. Read this line. Despite global challenges, the steady advance of technology promises a future of unprecedented progress. Which analysis best describes the tone of the sentence? A. Skeptical and dismissive of modern development. B. Neutral and strictly informative. C. Optimistic and forward-looking toward innovation. D. Apathetic and indifferent to scientific growth. So ako answer ng number 14 is letter C. Optimistic and forward-looking toward innovation. Kay, promises progress equals positibo, optimistic ang tono. Sa'yo pang A kay negatibo siya, sa'yo pang B neutral lang, sa'yo pang D kay walay motivation. 15. In the word disproportionate, how does the prefix dis modify the meaning of the root? A. It reverses or negates the meaning, implying inequality or imbalance. B. It intensifies the root, suggesting an extreme state of proportion. C. It transforms the root into its comparative form. D. It changes the root word into a noun expressing proportion. A akong answer ani kay this equals not o opposite of. Mao disproportionate equals dili patas. Sayop ang B, C of D kay sayop explanation sa prefix. 16. The statement, the bank is closed today, may convey two meanings depending on context. Which explanation best describes this semantic ambiguity? A. The word bank could refer either to a financial institution or to the side of a river. B. The verb is can be interpreted as past or future tense. C. The prepositional phrase today can function as an adverbial clause. D. The article the implies plurality, causing confusion. So akong answer ni number 16 is A. The word bank could refer either to a financial institution or to the side of a river. A akong answer ani kay pwede buhat pasabot bangko o kilit sa suba. Sayo pang B, C of D kay dili tinuod o wala siya sense. 17. Writers often deliberate between using active or passive constructions. Which justification best supports the use of active voice in scientific and technical communication? A. It increases sentence complexity and variety. B. It clearly attributes actions to responsible agents, improving readability and accountability. C. It reduces the need for transitional devices between clauses. D. It conceals the subject to promote objectivity. So ako answer ni number 17 is letter B. It clearly attributes actions to responsible agents, improving readability and accountability. B akong answer ani kay active voice, klaro, kinsang nagbuhat sa aksyon. Mas basahon o klaro. Sayo pang A, dili ang tuyo sa active. Sayo pang C, dili labot. Sa'yo pang D kay kabaliktaran. 18. Informal researching writing. Adherence to grammatical accuracy is essential for credibility. Why is maintaining subject-verb agreement especially important in this context? A. It ensures the text aligns with stylistic conventions but has little effect on clarity. B. It guarantees logical coherence and strengthens the author's authority and professionalism. C. It allows flexibility in expression without affecting comprehension. D. It adds unnecessary complexity to already technical prose. Biya ko answer ani kay saktong nga agreement equals klaro o professional siya tan-awon. Sayop ang AC og D kay sayop kay ginamainusan ang importansya. 19. A student reading an article about quantum computing concludes that quantum computers have completely replaced traditional ones. Based on the standard critical reading practices, which evaluation is most accurate? A. The conclusion is correct because the passage supports total replacement. B. The conclusion is flawed because the text indicates the quantum computing is still experimental. C. The conclusion is irrelevant because the passage only discusses software. D. The conclusion is logical since quantum and classical computing are synonymous. B akong answer ani kay quantum computers wala pa nag-ili sa traditional, experimental pa. Sa'yo pang A kay mali ang conclusion, sa'yo pang C ug D kay dili related o sa'yo pang info. Lastly, 20. In linguistics, competence refers to a speaker's intuitive understanding of language systems, while performance pertains to actual language use. Why is it vital for students to develop linguistic competence, including phonology, syntax, semantics, and pragmatics? A. It focuses solely on grammar rules and ignores meaning and context. B. It equips learners to interpret and produce language appropriately across varied contexts. C. It encourages rote memorization of vocabulary lists. D. It restricts creativity in language learning. So ako answer ng number 20 is letter B. It equips learners to interpret and produce language appropriately across varied contexts. So B akong answer ani kay makatabang sa estudyante nga maka-interpret o makagamit sa lengguwahe sa hustong context. Sayo pang A kay grammar ra, kulang. Sayo pang C, memorization ra. Sayo pang D kay giwala ang creativity. So mauro to tanan ang rationalization. Thank you and goodbye.